All right, we're getting started on another new project. I have this old neck. It's from a Squire Indonesia version, okay, from an Affinity. And then I bought this online from uh, Stratosphere. And this is a Mexico-made humbucker, Tele. We're going to merge the two, put them together. We're going to change the pick guard this weekend. I ordered another one to come. I may go with a silver, not silver, but a white pearloid, or I may go with a red pearloid. I don't know. We'll see which one looks the best. I ordered both because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with. But I'm going to mount these two together and get it set up, and that's going to happen. Right now, what we're going to do is put the neck on, and that's all we're going to do tonight and see how that works out. Okay? Stand by. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the plate screws. Got them mounted in here. They're just placed through. They're not really in anything. You see how well they line up with the holes that are already existing. So I'm going to take these all the way out, and I'm going to get an awl. Just flipped. I don't know if I lost you in the view. I did. My camera gets a little kicky here and there. Sorry about that. This is amateur stuff. No professionalism here. So we'll continue. Try to get these to rise. The Mexico-made fender products are supposed to be like the second tier, I believe, in their production models. So we'll see how this goes together. We'll just flip this over. I don't see any designation as to where it's made in the body, but I'm told from Stratosphere that this is a Mexico build. So if it is, it should fit okay and it should work good. The neck seems to fit good right in there. That's nice. Always encouraging start that parts fit. So the next thing we'll do is flip it over and put an awl down through there and see if the holes line up. So I'll be right back. I just got to go grab my awl out of the other room. Now, that's an awl. For those of you who may not know what an awl is, it's just a flat, pointy spike. And it allows you to line things up, or make a hole, or start a hole. A number of different things you can do with an awl. So we'll see if we can get this to go through, and if the holes line up. And if they do, we'll go ahead and place the screws in the body, just where it is now. And they all seem to line up good, so that's a good starting point. So we'll put the big F right back. You with me? Just barely, huh? Okay. So that's there. So now we'll take a little bit of plastic that's here hanging. We'll get rid of that on each one of these screws. I can hear my dog yipping. I think I gotta go save my dog before we get much further, or she's gonna keep crying. She went out in the backyard and then she didn't want to come in, and now she does. That's the way the dog is. Right back. Okay, the dog's in and everything's happy, so we'll go back here and we'll start in the back and see if we can't run these guys in. Get started in each hole, and let's just try to bring them up a little bit even. Some people do this all by hand. This is a low power drill. I'm not too concerned about overpowering the neck or anything. The way this turns, it's almost, you'd end up doing it by hand anyway. Again, may get my heavier drill just to make it a little bit easier. It's right over here. I think I will grab that. I always keep the big drill handy. You never know when you're going to need it. So here we go with the big. And not go crazy. Just try to snug them down tight and see how this lines up. And pull it in tight. Don't want to do that silly skipping stuff too much. Okay, let's tip it over and see what it looks like. There's the neck in place. I don't know if you can, how well you can see. Let me pick this up. There's the joint. It looks pretty good on that side. It looks pretty good looking straight down. It looks pretty good over here. Where are we? Over here. And that side looks pretty good. So I'd say that the neck joining is pretty good. Let's pull this together, see what we can see. And that's basically what it'll look like. It's kind of the design from the original is with the dark. It's a better neck on the Mexico one, supposedly. But that looks pretty good to start. So that's phase one completed. I suppose we could put a couple of strings on and see how, on each end, an E and an E, and see how that all lines up, and then call it a night. So maybe we'll do that. I'll get a set of strings I don't care about. The camera back in. I did find I got a pair of red electric 9-42s, and this is a red guitar, so maybe we'll use them. The other thing is this Squire frets. Edges are a little sharp, so I got a sanding stone, a sanding block, and I'm just going to hit this gently and try to take some of that cuss off the outside here. And get rid of some of the sharpness. I saw my guy, Dave's World of Fun Stuff. This is one way he showed to do this. And it does a pretty darn good job. Takes all that sharp edge off, which is very nice. Simple, straightforward, no industrial strength crowning or anything. Pretty cool. Oh, what did I do? I scratched this? Oh, cool. I think I scratched or cracked the surface. I'm not sure. It might have happened from the cold temperature. But, that being said, that being done, it may just polish in. It'll look more relic, right? We like relic, right? Doesn't everybody like relic nowadays? So that's pretty good. So the next thing we'll do is open this pack of strings. Oh, I got a string tree on here. That's stupid. It's one of those dumb ones. And I think I'll take a look at my box and see if I've got another roll of string tree. And we'll change it while we're here, just for the heck of it. No extra charge. I got a gold one. Oh, I do have a silver one. How's that, huh? We'll swap it out. Get rid of that stupid string tree and we'll put a silver one in. While we're here. No heavy lifting. So we do have a lighted screwdriver. Try to keep everybody in the action. Somebody's calling on the phone. We'll see if it's junk. I haven't had much of a junk call. Somebody MA, that sounds like junk. Lexington MA, that's a junk call. So we threw that call away. That makes that simple. Now if we take this screw out, maybe we'll reuse the same screw. We'll check the screw height so that we don't go all the way through the head. So if we put this on here, we can run it down the side and see if it's going to penetrate. What do I see? Should be safe. It should be safe. Should be, could be, would be. So let's lay that in there. We'll get the lighted screwdriver back and we'll screw it in. So we're going back into the same screw hole that was already there with the new roller tree string holder. I got my finger on the bottom. If I start to feel the screw coming through, I will immediately stop. But that looks pretty good. Just change the angle a little bit. There. That's pretty good. All right, so there's one modification done almost instantly. Now we'll go back to the strings. Okay, so we did run the string, the sixth, the fat E, the E. We'll run that up here and we'll stick that in and see how that looks. Looks pretty good as far as the alignment goes. It's running right up the way it should. So we can do this and get a couple of wraps. And play it through the hole. If we can find the hole. I got the hole. Can we get the string through it? Yes, we can. All right, so that's that one. We'll pull it tight, pull it up, give it a flip. Oh, we're hitting. We're low. We're right on the board. That one's all the way down. So we may have an issue here. We might have to shim the neck. I'm bottomed out already here on this one. That's very disappointing. So I got to put a shim. I probably got to put a shim in the neck down in here. So I'm going to have to take the neck off, take the string off, flip it over again and put a shim in. Because it's not, is that right? It's not going to work quite right that way. Be back. Now I've taken a couple of pieces of hard plastic and with a lip on it made a shim that I think is going to fit fine here in the front, and I think that'll raise the neck position up so that this will change my string approach. I hope. I mean, that's the plan, is that this is going to be in the right place and stay there. So we'll fit this down and lay that in place and see what happens. Now what I gotta do is keep that in the right place and try flipping it over. And try laying one screw at a time in here and see if we can place that in there, holding that piece in place. This will either work or be a total train wreck. So let's lay this down flat and go for broke. Now we're going to drill through the shim. What am I showing you? Nothing. I'm showing you nothing. All right, so that's there. Now that's drilling right through the shim in the front edge. Let's take and do this back once again. Okay, so we put a serious amount of weight on there. Gouged up the screws a bit, but does this look any better? I don't know. We really won't know until I put the string back in again and see what happens and see how the string lays down. We'll see how that went. But the shim is in place where I wanted it to be. Whether I'm right about that or wrong about that, I'm not sure. But we'll find out soon because I'm going to put a string in. All right, so we got the shim in. I got the string through the back of the guitar. And we'll try to put this back through here the way we started and see how that looks and feels and plays, or if it plays or won't it play. I don't know. But we're going to find out very soon because this string is going in right now. And we'll wind it down tight and see if it is able to even begin to tune. Where's my string winder? I misplaced it. Here it is. So let's see. Oh. It's tuning like it's going to tune. Let's see what it does. I might get away with it. Maybe. That gave us some room here. And I might be able to, if I get a little buzz, I might be able to cheat with the truss rod and do a truss rod adjustment and make that work. So let's put a couple of more strings on and see what happens, okay? What have we got to lose? Nothing. A set of strings. Hang on. Okay, we got all the strings on now. And it looks like it's going to work. I can pluck the strings, even on the first one that I was having a hard time with initially. Now that I'm up to full neck tension. And I'm not getting a buzz. I don't think. So what we've got to do now is tune it up to pitch and see if it'll play. All right, so now we're tuning. Okay. Let's get a little crazy. So if they're a little sharp, that's okay, because they're all going to come down again real quick. All I got to do is get a pick and play it a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, so what I got to do is raise the string height just a little bit on each of these. They're all just a little bit too low, and I just want to buy a little bit of height. So I'm going to give each one a full turn and then make sure that they're level, you know, so that they're not tipped. to maintain the strings. This is a very small hex nut, which surprised the heck out of me. It's not a standard um, from the Squire. The Mexican ones are an even smaller head than what the Squires are. So what we're doing is just, like I said, raising the strings up just a little bit, because we're almost at the max here anyway. And we don't want to go too far over. But I think this is all going to work. I did take a little bow in the neck. I gave it a little bit more relief to buy a little bit more height that way. And that seemed to help a bit too. And this should help also, so that there won't be any buzzing in the strings when we play. And it should get our string heights up to about regulation. It's about the size of the thickness of a quarter as a rough estimate. So just do this last nut over here and make sure it's level. And we'll just eyeball them all and make sure that they're level. And they are pretty good. So the next thing we'll do is we'll come back up to the 12th fret and do the old quarter trick. Oh, now that works better. So I got just a perfect, I actually have a perfect clearance now. It was very tight before, it wouldn't even go in there. But a quarter at the 12th fret is about the right height. I even got a little bit extra there, so that should all be good. So it's going to be a little out of tune now. I got to retune it. And I think this is going to work. I was going to change the pick guard, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave this the way it came, and because this will present now like the Mexican Tele as it's presented in real time, or you know, the way it's made right out of the factory, except that we're cheating with a Squire neck, okay? So we've downgraded on the neck a little bit with the Squire, but that's okay. I'm not proud because I had it. I owned it already because I swapped it off of another guitar that I changed over. So I bought the red body by itself from Stratosphere, and I plugged it in and tested the stuff, so I know that these pickups and all the electronics work. So the next thing I'm going to do is just plug it in and see how it plays. I'm going to set the pickup heights. I haven't done that yet either, so I need to do that too. And I think everybody knows how to do that, but we'll give you a quick pickup height lesson. I got a thing from Stuart Mac, and this should be on the bass side. That should be about there, and that's just about right. It's a little high, and then we'll take a look up here, and this is much too low. So we've got to get a screwdriver and raise this height up on this side. And then we'll check it again. We'll push down at the last fret. Oh, now I've overcorrected. I went way too high. So we'll drop this down again. Back a little bit. And see where we are. That's too low now. So we'll go the other way. We'll come back. Give it a little bit more of a boost. Needs a little bit more of a boost. Am I going the right way? Yes. I think I am. That's just about right. Now on the treble side, we're going to drop down to the next size down. We'll see how this does. And that's a little low on that side. And that's a little low. So we're going to raise this up here just a bit. And we'll raise this one up here just a bit. And that should get us to the correct height. That's good there. And that's good there. So we're ready to go humbucking our little hearts out and play this guitar. All right? the other thing, I don't know why I hate silver buttons, but I got these off-colored buttons. They're not black, they're not silver, they're like in between. They're frosted kind of. So what we're going to do is remove these guys and replace the strap buttons with the not silver ones. I don't know what I have against silver. I don't know. I just don't like silver. So we've got these off-colored ones. They're kind of an antique, brassy kind of a color. Um, I'm just weird, I guess. So we'll see how this fits in. Give it a little push. That seems to be holding pretty good. And then we'll go down the back tail end and take the tail one off. I think you can see it's there, just waiting to be, aching to be removed. And I don't have a strap for this guitar yet, so I'm gonna have to look into getting some kind of a strap. I don't know what color yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to pick out some kind of another strap. Maybe black? Nah, I don't know. That seems too simple an answer. There goes the new strap button. Okay, that's done. So that's that. So now we're going to go over and tune and see if we can. Okay, there we are. And here's the new guitar. All done, all finished. We're going to tune her up. It's out of tune. This has not been plugged into an amplifier yet. We're just doing that right now. So this will be exciting. Front, both, rear, tone knob, so the three-way switch works, volume works, that should be an A. Come down to E, and that's a little sharp also. And while we're here, it's a little off. We'll adjust it later. Something, oh, I hope. I think I got to file the stretch down just a little bit more. These are all going to be way out of tune because they're brand new strings and they're just breaking in. Telecaster. Not much of a makeover, just kind of a build. I think I'm going to pretty much leave it the way it is. I don't know that I'm going to do anything else to this. We'll kind of leave it stock, sort of. It doesn't have a Mexican neck. It's a Mexican body with Mexican pickups and stuff, which really are a little better. We had to put a shim in the neck to get the position of the neck right, so it would play without any trouble. And we were able to set it all up and get it to work right. That's nice. That's pretty damn good. So we're done with this for now. Pretty good guitar. Neck I'd already had. The body I bought from Stratosphere. Pretty good company up in New Hampshire that sells parts, necks, bodies, anything you want. Pickups. They're a good company. They're very good. They stand behind their products. I've sent one thing back before and there's no questions asked. It was perfect. Thank you, Stratosphere. And that's it.